What do you think of when you think of live service games? And no, not for gambling. Go ahead, I'll give you a second.
You serious?
If you said patches, you'd be right. And also a big fan of From Software NPCs. But one of the big problems is no one likes a filler patch. Now currently, what constitutes a filler patch is something along the lines of 1 or 2 events of varying degree, a character everyone universally agrees is a skip until 2 patches later when a best in slot comes out and suddenly there's outcries for a rerun, and usually a new quest meant to bridge the story between 2 patches.
No, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, what are you doing? No! Oh God! Fuck! Oh! Fuck!
But what if I told you filler patches don't exist? Sure, some patches can feel like they've been made to fill up the time spent waiting for the next patch, but that's not true for all games. Here's a prime example. Wuthering Waves 2.5 patch. At first, I was very much of the mindset, it's one big companion quest, and whilst that was true, it also served as a bridge to the main story of 2.4 to the upcoming 2.6 patch. And sure, the events they've released aren't particularly the best, or even all that fun, at least in my opinion, but it gives the Chronically Online something to do. But what people forget is you aren't meant to grind these events out within the first 3 hours. There's a reason a lot of events are time gated behind days, or just lock difficulty behind the previous difficulty. That's why I think it's more fair to call these supposed filler patches bridge patches. They actually pertain to the overall story, whilst not being a needless patch with, say, 4 events all designed to numb your mind to the fact you're not actually doing anything of real value, like arguing over which waifu dating sim is better. It's Limbus and we all know it. Let's take a look at Zenless Zone Zero. In case you don't know, I really like ZZZ.
Oh yeah.
But one thing I don't like about it is the events. This is where you could say, well, it's a filler patch, and disprove my whole argument that they don't exist. Well, you'd be right. They do seem like filler. I rarely touch them because whilst, yes, they look fun and well thought out, I don't see how they bridge the main story over. But what I do see is ZZZ being the most fun out of the quote-unquote Big Four. The events, while not particularly difficult or engaging, and you can tell they were made to be exactly that. Fun, short, straight to the point. I might not know a lot about ZZZ's story, but I do know a lot about fun. And this, genuinely to me, in my opinion, which I know is a frightening concept on the internet, it's just really fun. There's not much else I can say. And if you don't believe me, give it a try yourself. You might be surprised. Now for a shocking twist revelation that's only available after you subscribe. I'm joking. But it'd be really cool if you did. The reason I am saying there is no such thing as a filler patch is because your understanding of the phrase is skewed. All patches are technically filler patches. The definition of the word filler is a thing put in a space or container to fill it, in which the thing being referred to is the game you play. My hope is that we, as a community, can veer away from calling patches that might not appeal to you, interest you, or are even in a game you don't like, filler. Because, and I'll put this into the most simplest terms I can possibly put them into, you aren't insulting the game, you're just describing it. Hope this helps. Jokes aside, I hate the negativity filling the space whenever a patch like Woo 2.5 comes out, and it's met by immediate backlash. You can just say it's bridging the preceding and subsequent story quests, or something to that effect. Now, this doesn't apply to every gadget. Take Limbus Company as a prime example. In terms of bridging the story, it can take months, and in between that time, there isn't really a lot to do. Limbus is a tricky one. Because there is such a large wait time between the story continuing, you'd think there would be a lot to do to pass the time, but that's not entirely accurate. Rather than events, there is a constant release of new characters, or, as they're called in Limbus, identities, and sometimes the intervals that weren't voiced before get, for lack of a better term, re-released, being fully voiced and with a hard mode. Then, just slap it in an exchange shop, sprinkle some reward currency, and there you go. One patch is filled with just enough grinding, you forget there's still 6 months before new story. However, this is the difference you feel. The difference between a patch executed well versus a patch with events just kind of thrown in there. Case in point, look at this event from Wuthering Waves. I have never been this bored by an event, except other events in Wuthering Waves that weren't combat based, and it comes from the 2.5 patch that exceeded expectations. Do me a favour and try not to click off when I show you this.
No, 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 no. Wait. Wait.
It's been 84 years.
The rift between worlds shall reveal itself within dreams.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
Anyways, the Great Yap Fest is over. I know my attention span is struggling at the least. If you skip to the end, here's a quick summary. Filler patch is wrong. They should be called a bridge patch. Woo 2.5 was excellent. You hit the subscribe button. The sleeper agents are activated. And, most importantly, being critical is okay. Spreading negativity isn't. Let's be better. Anyways, outro blah blah blah, here's Burness dancing.